Hi, folks. In my Psalm Singing Tips article, I made reference to the idea of remembering what note feels like home in the psalm that you're singing. Every psalm we sing is in a key. It's a musical key that has a note that is home, that we call the tonic, or we call the key note. If it's in the key of G, then G is your home note. And I think if you can get that note into your head as this is home and this is where I want to end up, then that can be a reference point for singing parts. So okay, this is my home note, and I need to be a little bit higher than that, or I need to be a little bit lower than that, or this is the note we're singing right now. And I think if you can keep that idea of home in mind, that can be really helpful. But I also think that's something that's better demonstrated than just written in an article. So I wanted to show a little bit of what that looks like, looking at Psalm 100 to Old 100th, Psalm 100a in the Book of Psalms for Worship. But it starts on that home note. So if you know this psalm, it starts here in the key of G, and it starts with "O people that on earth do dwell." So you hear the beginning. You're starting at home. You start there on this note, and that feels like home, right? And you start to go away from home for a little while. You go, "Oh, people that on earth do dwell." You know you're not home right now. You're up here. You're somewhere else. And the tune goes on. "Sing to the Lord with cheerful voice." Still not quite back, right? But you've still got this note in your head as home. "Him serve with mirth, his praise forth tell." You actually have come home. But then there's one last line to really bring you all the way home. "Come ye before him and rejoice." So you hear how often in this psalm this is a note we keep coming back to. We start there and we end there in every verse. And so if you can keep this note in your mind all the time, then any of the other notes that you sing around it, you can think of relative to that note. So for basses, on that first line, you start on the same note, just an octave lower. You go, "All people that on earth do dwell." I'm not a bass, so I have a hard time singing those notes. But when you get to that last note on that line, and you have to jump all the way down from the D up here, you go, "Earth do." You have to go all the way down to the G, and that might seem like a hard jump to do, but if you have in your mind, okay, I know G is home, this just should sound just like home. You can jump right there. You go, "Earth do dwell," and that helps you know where to jump to. That's just one example, but I hope that makes a little more sense than just hearing it in print, that there's a note in this tune that sounds like home, that is home. You start there, you come back home at the end, and if you can get that set in your mind as you're singing the tune, then you can use that note to help you find the other notes if you're trying to sing the harmonies. Just one more way. It's not absolutely not required to understand to sing well and to sing music, but it's an idea that has been helpful to me in knowing how to sing and make beautiful music in worship.